There's so much content out there. We can spend our lifetimes to watch everything that is there, and we won't be able to scrape the surface in terms of volume. So it becomes really essential to be selective with what you consume and to become better at seeing patterns that will help you understand which creator is for you or not. And a lot of creators don't actually care about you. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to talk about people who create and not the ones who have a primary focus outside of creation and it's their second priority. Although it's a very complex scenario because we don't really know someone's like proper aim with content in terms of priority. But here's how I audit the people that I consume content from and become better at consuming intentionally. Phase 1. Now I won't name drop, but I just want you guys to look up the info creators or creators that you guys watch regularly and see patterns in their content. Most of them are just giving away free websites, free courses, 3 best AI tools or 3 best Google courses to make you money or to help you become full-time freelancer or something. They might even give you 3 books just like I do, but you'll understand why I do that from phase 2. And they basically get someone from their team to find these resources and they can make a video around possibilities and not certainties. So basically there's 2 aspects to content creation. Think of a Venn diagram. You have the content that you want to create here, and then you have the content that you want to your audience wants to see. Now your job as a creator becomes to merge these aspects, so the creator finds joy in their creation and the audience gets good value or entertainment. But the thing is, when the external magnet of money comes in, where the creators see that a certain type of content is giving them the reach, the engagement, and they have tried it enough, so they know a certain type of content will boost their profile, so it becomes more attractive to the sponsors, and since you have high engagement, they can charge more. And they see this as like an easy way to monetize it indirectly. And then what happens? They keep rinsing and repeating, so it makes them good money, and that's where the actual creativity comes to an end. And it eventually becomes like a cycle where the current viewers stay until they are interested. They get monetized in some way or they leave because they're not interested anymore, and then a new batch of people comes in and this goes on. And it's not like an unhealthy ecosystem, because a lot of the creators whose sole purpose is to make money or drive traffic into their business, this is kind of an ecosystem that they all follow. But what about keeping people? At this point, those creators, they don't really care if you level up or not. That's why they keep you wandering around in circles. They fry you with dopamine, with thoughts and hope that okay, you can do this, but it's like a never-ending loop, and you just end up only entertaining that thought and nothing else. And there are bigger values here. See this.
Don't be a sellout. If you have to sell out, don't do it. Don't be something you're not.
Now what ends up happening is you keep on spending the most valuable resources you have, which is time and attention. So you really need to become brutal with what you consume. And from here, we'll move on to phase 2. Now, if a business coach comes in and says that he'll scale your business, but he himself has never built or scaled a business, would you trust him? No. That's why when consuming advice regarding building something from creators, you just have to see the backbone in it. Have they done it basically? Or have they gotten someone who has done it to speak on their behalf, which isn't bad either. Is it all to make themselves be seen as the authority, while they don't really know half of the things that they are talking about? And when you start asking these questions, this is basically how you get yourself out of the trap of just accepting advice instead making better decisions in terms of which creator actually has substance and authenticity. This is why I really like Ollier Online. The guy gives realistic advice backed by experience and none of the shitty rinse and repeat tactics. And it's purely experience based knowledge because he actually has done those things for himself. And once you get this clear, let's move on to the last part. Now, this is an extension of phase 1 where you need to see creators as constant innovators. Are they doing something new every once in a while? I know as a creator that to bring something new in this already very saturated space is fucking tough. That's why I fucking love Afro Senju, bro. Like, he is constantly producing better and better videos and never losing his personality and never going against his word. For example, the audience loves when he plays Bloodborne, but he still hasn't completed it for years because he just didn't feel like completing those videos and he didn't feel authentic when creating those Bloodborne videos. And I'll give you some, a few more examples. You have info creators like Bayaheza, Colin and Samir, and then you have entertainment creators. You can take the Sidemen for example. Although they are catching a lot of heat at the moment, but when you take these creators, their aim is to constantly improve and bring something new. And if you have ever heard a podcast from Mr. Beast or Mr. Who's the Boss or all of these big creators, they only give one advice, that you have to create in a long enough period where you just have to make one improvement or one thing that you do new in every other video, right? That's how you improve and that's how you establish yourself in this community. And for those creators, their creation is an art. This is what they are obsessed with. And the thing that they will hate is being stuck at just one place, because eventually audience becomes interested as well. And in the entire online world, whether you are a creator or a business owner, the audience will give you a reality check every time. So either you bring something new or you just get separated on the side where you're basically worth nothing. And when creating, these guys, they improve, whether it's their filmmaking, their production, speaking skills, entertainment, or humor, or basically anything. But you do see subtle improvements in every other video. So you have to be on the lookout to see that creators who are there to constantly improve their craft. Which leads us to the conclusion. Now, along with all of this, making money is a primary objective for every creator, even for me. Although I'm not mainly a creator, my agency is my main focus, but I love making these videos, that's why. For every creator, their dream is to monetize their creation. And it's not something bad. There are numerous ways to monetize the audience, and I want you guys to be more understanding with it. I see so many people stop supporting creators because the creator decided to monetize or release their own product in some way, or they got a sponsor or a brand deal. I won't go deep into the emotions of the consumer, but this is what happens quite a lot. And you just have to understand that it's the livelihood of the creators, and you also have to be critical of what they sell. So it goes both ways. Now from here, I want you guys to know that I will sell you guys something eventually, but it won't come out until I know that it's a proven method that will help you guys, right? And I might make things harder for myself because yes, at one point, this is how I'll productize myself completely. And I do want to keep one thing straight. I want to take you guys with me. The reality is I am at Y, you guys might be at X, and if you're not at X, it's no issue. I'll help you with all of the free content that I put out to get to X. And ideally with all of the products I create, I will help you guys go from X to Y. And I just have to, I'll just give you the blueprint at the moment. Think about it. I fail, I experiment, I create, I build, I test, I fail again, and then I eventually find something that works. And in this process, I can't take you guys with me. Once I get there, it becomes significantly easier for me to lay down a path that a lot of other people can follow and get to that second point as well, in a way which decreases the trial and error of the consumers of my product. That's why I don't want you guys to fail as much as I do in the process. And the aim is holistic solutions. I will keep providing free value again until to get you guys to that point X from where the products that I put out will be actually useful for you, because you guys might not be there and there's nothing wrong with it. It's all a part of the journey. And I hope you all stick with me, because I will make sure that every single person that does believes that this is one of the best decisions that they'll make, either right now with all of the free stuff I put out, or in future when they'll buy some of my products. And with this, we'll all escape normality together.